Hello and welcome back to the Brighton career mode here on FC24. Back here with episode 4 of season 4 here with the Brighton career mode. Currently sitting in 10th place. I'm sure you guys have caught up now to what's going on in the Premier League this season with us. Obviously we still have a game in hand on some teams that are above us. They have played their 8th game already, but things haven't been going too well for us in the Premier League. But you know, overall everything has been going decently well. Last episode was definitely a good one. We played 6 games, or got through 6 games. Crystal Palace win, Porto win in the Europa League, a loss against Aston Villa where we dropped some points. As you can see, we also dropped points against Brentford earlier in the last month. A win in the Carabao Cup over Leeds 2-0. We did simulate that game, but of course the Carabao Cup it's just a competition that we're not necessarily too worried about. 3-1 over Leicester, and then 5-0 over St. Pat's in the Europa League. We've got Midtjylland, I believe is how you say their name, in the Europa League, and then we've got them again back-to-back in the Europa League. I'm not sure if we're going to get to that second game in this episode, but we'll try to. But first up, we got a home game against Chelsea in the Premier League, an away game against Fulham. Then we'll have that Europa League game. Game against Liverpool in the league. We'll simulate the Millwall game in the Carabao Cup. Again, just a competition we don't really care too much about. And then a game against Spurs in the league as well. We might get to the Europa League game. We'll see. It'll kind of depend on how the episode goes, but we're going to try to jam pack as many games as we possibly can into this episode. We're going to go ahead, squad stats here once they actually load. This is kind of where we left off the last episode, showing you guys these stats. João Pedro, Bino Gittins, Garnacho, everybody's having a great season so far, and even as a 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 goal contributions in 10 games is a very, very solid start to the season for the new player that we brought in the summer transfer window, and he's already gone up in overall as well. First things first, let's get into this game against Chelsea. They're currently sitting on 10 points in 12th place, so 2 spots behind us, so this game really matters to both teams. And I'll go ahead and show you the bottom of the league as well. Let's just show you the team that we beat at the end of the last episode. Not having a great year. They just came up from the championship, so gonna be tough for them this year. But let's go ahead and jump into this game against Chelsea. This is the lineup that they're gonna be going with against us. Obviously a very, very solid lineup. We've had some trouble with Chelsea in this career mode. Most of the time it's very, very difficult for us to beat them. That is the lineup that we are going to be going with, and we're going to go ahead and change the jerseys just a little bit because they are a tad bit too close for me. But unfortunately, that is the lightest color that Chelsea have. It's all blue for them, which is just kind of stupid. So we'll go ahead and wear our alternate jerseys for this game, even though it is a home game. Diouf out here to Garnacho. Excellent passing by the boys. Try to cut back inside. A very bad touch there from Garnacho. Reece James getting back well. We do get a corner out of it, though. We're going to swing this one in. Andy Diouf, not a bad effort there, but 15 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Good passing here by Chelsea on the edge of the box. Fofana back to Blondell. I believe that's a regen. What a challenge that is. It looks like Andy Diouf could be hurt. A shot there. And it looks like they're going to give a free kick off of that shot. We did try to go in for a tackle. I don't like where we're at with this one. We're going to go ahead and get Fernandez on the line. I'm sure this free kick is going to be excellent. Verbruggen is able to get to that one. Still under a lot of pressure. And it looks like we are able to get away. João Pedro inside to and back to João Pedro on a run here. Going to try to loft it up into that top left. It was a good effort. Garnacho inside to João Pedro, who's going to knock it on to Garnacho. His touch might be a little heavy there. Not a lot of options. We're going to look back inside for João Pedro. I tried to go far corner, and I probably should have gone near post. It almost deflected into that near post. But nonetheless, we do have a corner here. I'm going to try to get someone to trigger a run near post and send it over there. Not a bad effort, but not great either. Andy Diouf. Another not bad effort, but that one saved by Petrovic relatively easily, and they should be able to get away from this. Chelsea, again, pushing forward here very nicely. Lots of passes around the box. Diomande able to get that one away. Garnacho winning the ball in a dangerous area. I'm going to look over the top here for Eze, who heads it on to João Pedro. He misses the target yet again. 2 times in one game where we maybe should have scored. Chelsea again pushing forward. Enzo inside to Nkunku, who's going to go for a shot. Diomande gets the block in. Kirkes' header is right back at to Nkunku. He takes a shot. It gets deflected out. 84 minutes gone. They do have a corner here. And as this corner occurs, they do bring on Raheem Sterling, who is now with the ball. Luckily, we clear the corner momentarily, but Raheem Sterling is such a lightning fast player. Gets a shot away there. Another Saved by Verbruggen. 85 minutes gone. 86 minutes gone almost now. Another corner for them. Looks like they're going to take this one short. We got to block off the baseline or the touch line. Oh, but Wimmer is doing very well. And we're sort of going to get it away. It looks like we're able to. Eze down here to Chao Miranda. Chao Miranda out here to Garnacho. 2-on-1. Absolutely nowhere to go as of yet. Finds a pass inside to Chao Miranda, who's going to stick with it and doesn't get fouled. The referee calls nothing. That might be the game. There is no more added time, basically, and Dick is going to win that one. It's going to go right to a Chelsea man, and the referee will blow his whistle. A 0-0 draw against Chelsea at home. Not the worst result against a team of their caliber, but, I mean, honestly, the possession and the stats of the game, you know, makes it seem like Chelsea dominated a lot more than they really did, but it was a tough one. Draws are okay against the big clubs, but against everyone else, we pretty much have to win. So, I mean, the traditional top 6 clubs, it's okay to draw those games. We still need to win some of them as well, but everybody else we need to win against, and already, you know, we've dropped points against Brentford earlier this year, and I believe a different team as well. So, got to keep trying as hard as we possibly can. One thing you guys did mention after the end of the last episode was to look at the player wages and increase them if we need to increase them, and kind of, you know, do some things with that. Garnacho is already our highest paid player, but at only 99,000 a week, I imagine he is going to want just a little bit more money. So we're going to go ahead and offer him, let's say 125, and we'll go up to 150. And I'm sure he's perfectly fine with 125. No extension on that. No extension needed. He's got 4 years left, or almost 5 years left. So Garnacho up to 125, and I'll go ahead and go through and see if anybody else needs an update on their contract as well. I'm sure Buonanotte is going to want a wage increase. He's sitting on only 27,000 right now, and he's pretty much our starting right midfielder, so we're going to go ahead and increase him to 60. I'm sure he will be perfectly fine with that, and he's still good with a rotational role as well, which is surprising to see, as well as an extension. João Pedro is currently on 60k a week, and I'm sure he's going to want a little bit more than that as well. Seeing as though he is our starting striker, we're going to go ahead and offer him 85,000, and we'll stick with that, and hopefully he will say yes to it. I'm sure he will. He's up to an 81 overall, which means he definitely needs a wage increase, and especially, I mean, by the end of the year, if he goes up to an 82 or 83, that would be absolutely incredible. And he's been performing well for us for the past couple of years, so it makes sense. And then Ousmane Diomande, only on 55k a week. We're going to go ahead and increase his as well to a minimum of 80k a week. And he wants a 2-year extension as well, so now he's here for the next 5 years. And that's going to be that for the contract sorted. As you guys know, we have plenty of money to spend. We got over $500 million or euros, excuse me, to spend on players. So we'll go ahead and use some of that for sure for our current players and get their wages up. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into this game against Fulham. Next game in the Premier League. This is the lineup that Fulham are going to be putting out. Alzate, former player, mention it every time. Pretty solid team. They have Tsimikas as well. I'm not sure if he's always been there. And Vinicius up top has been very, very good for them in this career mode. We're going to go with the same exact lineup as last game. And pretty much this is going to be the lineup we're going to go with for the foreseeable future. We might switch out Buonanotte for Jansen out on the wing pretty regularly, and then Diop for Diaz in midfield. But besides that, this is pretty much the strongest 11 we can put out. So let's go ahead and get into this game. We need 3 points. Can't drop any. Ooh, Getson Fernandez with an excellent pass into Eze. Can he find that back right corner? Yes, he can. 7 minutes gone, almost 8 minutes gone now. A 1-0 lead already. What a pass from Fernandez to Eze for the first goal of this game. Ooh. Terrible sliding challenge there by Alzate. Gets him a yellow card. 15 minutes into this game now. Fulham on the breakout here. Wilson pushing forward from midfield. Finds a pass to Vinicius. We're going to get back and get a tackle in with Ndicka, but they're going to call that a foul right on the edge of the box. Very, very dangerous position here. I don't think they're going to make that pass to the left, so we're going to go ahead and get on the line with Diomande. And it's a good thing we did, but they still end up with it. Take a shot. That one's deflected all the way out to Buonanotte, and we were able to get away. Getson Fernandez looking for Buonanotte down this line. Left back or right back going to take way too heavy of an angle towards us. Trying to find the cross over there to Garnacho. Not able to find him. 38 minutes gone. We have a corner here. We're going to try to crowd the keeper a little bit. Okay, I'm not sure those set piece tactics, I'm not sure they really work too well. Not able to find Garnacho there. Buonanotte is going to keep pushing down this wing. look for a cross to João Pedro, and he somehow gets to it for the second goal of the game, 40 minutes gone. What a fantastic cross by Buonanotte there to João Pedro. And I thought for sure the defender was going to get there before him, but the defender kind of just ran past it and allowed João Pedro to get his head to it. And bottom left corner, keeper had no chance of saving that one. So 2-0 lead heading into the break. And then Andy Diouf out here to Garnacho. We're going to go ahead and cut inside. Actually, we're going to go back outside. Carquez making a fantastic run. Does he have anybody to cross it to? We're going to look towards that back post. Buonanotte actually gets to it, but it's right at the keeper. Fulham pushing forward here. Inside the box now. Alvaro looking for an option. Finds Lukic. Lukic inside to Vinicius, who's going to take a shot. Kind of moved the defender out of the way a little bit, but Verbruggen doesn't even have to make the save. The shot wasn't on target. And 63 minutes gone now. We're going to go ahead and make a triple sub. Jansen on at the striker position. Bino Gittins on the left wing. And Fabricio Diaz in for Andy Diouf in midfield. And already a turnover in midfield from Jamie Bino Gittins. A touchdown from Alvaro. Verbruggen got in the way of that shot and was able to make the save. Buonanotte forcing a turnover. Lenny Jansen has the pace. Does he have the shot though? Tried to go with his left foot. Agurd makes the deflection, but it will be out for a Brighton corner. 70 minutes gone now. We're going to go ahead and swing this one in with Eberechi Eze looking towards the middle of the box. Fabricio Diaz, just not a great effort there. Lukic inside to Alzate. Alzate back heel pass to Sanabria. Locatelli with a shot. Verbruggen has to make the save. Great passing there by Fulham. 82 minutes gone though. Still no goal for them in this game. We need to hold on for just a few more minutes to get the clean sheet. And Verbruggen will come out and collect that cross. Getson Fernandez, I mean, it's a cluster of people in the midfield. We don't end up with it. Now they're pushing forward. A nice pass into Locatelli. Diamande again with another interception. Eberechi Eze into Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins into Jansen. Jansen, can he find a goal? Nah, he can't. Great save there by the keeper. I wanted to try out Lenny Jansen at that striker position. I don't know if it's going to keep, if we're going to keep doing that. Eze is going to send in this cross. Diamande gets to it, but well over the bar. But that's going to be the end of the game. Referee blows his whistle for full time. 2-0 win over Fulham. Always going to take 3 points here against Fulham. That's a fantastic result. And now we'll go ahead and get straight into our next game, a Europa League fixture against Midtjylland, I believe is how you say it. Again, I'm probably going to butcher that, but they're currently second in the group, so they're having a pretty decent start. They beat St. Pat's in their first game and then drew with Porto in their last game. St. Pat's, 9 goals allowed and 0 goals scored in 2 games is not a great effort, but since this is a Europa League game and since we do have a fixture against Liverpool in 3 days, we are going to be playing a fully rotated lineup, so we're going to go ahead and get pretty much all of our backups in. And here is how the opposition will be lining up for our game. A 4-1-2-1-2, I believe, is this formation. I haven't come up against a team that plays like this, so it's looking like the midfield is going to be very, very congested, which means the wings might be the move in this game. But yeah, fully rotated lineup, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm really hoping to see Chao Miranda hopefully get a goal at some point in this game. That would be fantastic because I think he scored in the Carabao Cup, but hasn't scored for us in the Europa League or Premier League yet, so want to get him going as soon as possible. But he might get an assist early on. Baleba had to take an extra touch. Not a bad effort there, but does go wide of the post. Keeper doesn't even have to make a save on that one. The opposition actually get called for a handball on the outside of the box here. Chao Miranda is our best free kick taker. We're going to go ahead and go for it with him here. Oh, it's going to go off the crossbar. That would have been an incredible first goal to score with our striker, but now they could be on a counterattack. Lewis Dunk does well to stop that, though. Looks like Tariq Lamptey might have picked up an injury at some point. Trying to get him back here. A good cross inside. They're going to end up with it. Mercier with a fantastic save. And Lamptey's just going to clear it. Hopefully he's okay. Midtjylland pushing forward into the box, though. They find a way to score first in this game. A 1-0 deficit here after 22 minutes. And it looks like we might have to get Tariq Lamptey off the field. It actually looks like he's okay, but we're going to go ahead and get Correa on just in case the injury is bad enough where he needs to miss some time. So a nice pass inside, another nice pass inside. We're hounding him. Lewis Dunk able to get a deflection on that one, and Mercier able to collect. As of right now, it's looking like they're much more of an attacking threat than we are. Gittins over the top for Chao Miranda. Oh, he's made much better of a link-up player in this game than a striker. Tries to find Bischoff. What a save by the keeper. Off of the crossbar and out for a corner. Bino Gittins going to be swinging this one in. We're going to try to find Lewis Dunk in the middle. We don't find anyone. Bischoff on the edge of the box. Going to go for a shot. Someone's face might be really hurting. An excellent pass in here from their striker to a midfielder. Mercier able to deal with it just barely. Almost gave... What is that? That pass was going to Igor, and it just hit him, and he didn't react to it. A nice pass inside. Mercier... Oh, able to make the save. 42 minutes gone. Still down 1-0, and lucky not to have a second goal scored against us. Oh, Fabricio Diaz just takes that off of the defender. A little bit of a heavy touch out in front of him. Going to go for an early shot. 48 minutes gone. 3 minutes into the second half. I'm not sure what the defender was doing there, but you know what? We'll take it. Dropping points in the Europa League is not on the cards for me. I'm hoping to get all 18 in the group stages, so I would rather just win this game outright, and that's going to be a good start here with Fabricio Diaz. Ooh, Tom Bischoff has Chal Miranda through. The defense just kind of ran out of the way. And he's going to find a goal, I believe his first goal for us in the Europa League or Premier League. A 2-1 lead over Midtjylland over at 62 minutes gone. Tom Bischoff did well there to bring the defense towards him, and Chal Miranda just found some open space between their entire defense. And that's a 2-1 lead, and as long as we don't give up a goal, we'll be in good standing in the Europa League. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but literally, I mean, the entire second half, I guess since we scored our second goal, all they do is just this right here. They just pass it around the back, no matter what. They go forward, and then they go backwards. It's kind of getting annoying, but, I mean, it's okay as long as we don't concede. And now we're into the 1 minute of added time, and they're still just not pushing forward, so we'll gladly take the win. 2-1 over Midtjylland here in the Europa League. The fans are going a little crazy there. Obviously happy to win, but I just don't understand that. You can see now they have 65% possession, which at the once we scored that second goal, I think they had like maybe 50%. So like I said, we'll gladly take it, but what the hell is that? All right, so now for probably the toughest test of the episode. We're currently sitting in 10th place, but again, haven't played our 10th game yet, unlike many of the teams above us. Liverpool, our next opponent, currently sitting in 4th place, but again, with that game in hand. So if they win, they'll go up into 3rd place. Man City and Newcastle sitting on 1st and 2nd, level on 23 points, having a fantastic start to their season. And some surprises up there at the top of the table. West Ham, Southampton, not usually teams you would see up there. At least not that high up there. And then, of course, in the middle of the table, you see ourselves along with Chelsea, Spurs, and Man United. Kind of been the same way in a lot of this career mode in seasons past. The start of the season, a lot of teams down low, and then, by the end of the season, they're back up into the top 4. So, like I said, this is what we're fighting for. Obviously, if we win this game, it looks like we will potentially go up into 6th place, maybe 5th, depending on the goal difference. So this is a huge game for us against Liverpool, which is obviously a very, very tough game every time. Ooh, Buonanotte, nice pass over to Eze. Eze able to get around the defenders. We're going to try to look for a cross back inside to Diouf. Diouf off the post. And João Pedro, I tried to go for a shot way too early there, and he didn't do the animation quick enough. And they certainly are. Daniel Malin going for a cross. Luis Diaz, I believe, is who's at the back post there. Not able to get to it. Diamande deals with it well. Kirke is able to deal with it a little bit. Frankie de Jong ends up with it, though. Szoboszlai inside to Gakpo. Gakpo to Luis Diaz. Correa deals with it, but not very well. It goes out for a corner. Gakpo with a header. They took that one short. Luis Diaz looks like he picked up an injury at some point. I'm not sure if they took him out or not. They're going to take this one long this time. João Pedro able to head that one away. Luis Diaz. Ooh, good effort there, but goes wide of the post. Definitely had Verbruggen on his toes, but doesn't even have to make the save there. Eddie Diouf looking inside for João Pedro. Somehow he ends up with it as a one-on-one with the keeper, but we have Buonanotte who shoots it right at Alisson. Oh, Alisson is such a good goalie. Read that like a book. Knew Eze was going to go for the pass. Stops Buonanotte's shot. And they're going to clear that corner away. But we're pushing forward again here. Getson Fernandez turning this one around. Correa inside to João Pedro. Tries to get it to Buonanotte. We try to shoot it again. The net is wide open. We still can't get a goal to go into the net. Garnacho ends up with it. Andy Dioff over here to João Pedro. Nice touch. Finally, after 2 minutes of added time, even though only one was allotted, we are the first team to score in this game. João Pedro with a 1-0 lead over Liverpool. 47 minutes gone. Eze gonna find a pass through here to Garnacho. Can we get around Romero? Sort of. Gonna go for a shot. It ends up with Getson Fernandez. Luck is on our side in this game as of right now. 65 minutes gone. Our second goal of the game. Liverpool still unable to score, but they've been pushing forward well. We've just been able to stop them. Malen going for another cross. That one's cleared out by Diomande. Kirkez hits it right to Curtis Jones, trying not to foul them in the box. Malen's going to go for a shot. Verbruggen with another save. Off the corner, Romero ends up with it. Rabiot almost getting tackled. Gakpo, man. It was only a matter of time, realistically, until they scored. They've been pushing forward very well in this game, but that was just not great defense. I thought Fernandez had the ball there, kind of lost it. And then Diomande, or Ndicka, I'm not sure that was. I just couldn't figure out who I was really controlling. And Gakpo gets pretty much a one-on-one with the keeper and finds that left corner. What is that? Oh, that's going to be a goal. That's really tough. That is really tough. I did not think that that pass from Diomande was going to go to Kirkez. I was trying to get it to go to Fernandez, I believe, whoever was in midfield. And Gakpo over to Carvalho, and this game is level at 2. It only took them 10 minutes to score 2 goals, whereas it took us 60 minutes. So, and now they're pushing forward yet again. Malen going for another cross. They've been crossing it a lot in this game. Correa, I mean, why would you want to head that back in the middle of the box? Whatever. Oh, that deflection goes right to them. They might get lucky. Malen. Oh, Verbruggen makes a save. That's where we're at right now. Getson Fernandez to João Pedro. I was expecting it to go to Garnacho. He's just running in the way. We're going to pass this one inside to Fernandez, who doesn't find... Oh, no. Off the post. I thought that was a for sure goal. And now they're on a break. Oh, Ndicka with a fantastic... Not a fantastic pass there. Gets another tackle in. This game has been going crazy. Verbruggen has to knock that one over the bar. Oh my goodness, there is no way we missed that. Rabiot gets knocked, the ball gets knocked down to João Pedro, but the referee does not want to give us any more time. Oh man, there's just, that is so tough. Getson Fernandez off the post. But never mind the, missed chance there, the pass from Diomande to... I believe it was Gakpo on the wing. I mean, just absolutely terrible. There's just no excuse for that. It says Diomande impresses again there, but I don't know if he really did. I mean, he did perform well overall in the game, but there's just no excuse for that. And here in November, it looks like some awards have been announced. The Young Player of the Year was Daniel Kadlec of Bayer Leverkusen over in the Germany League. And the Ballon d'Or winner was actually Vinny Jr. over at Real Madrid. So, I mean, not surprising necessarily. That could very well happen in real life one of these days. Up next for us, Millwall game in the Carabao Cup. Millwall going with a 5-2-1-2, maybe. I believe that may be the formation. We're going to go ahead and simulate this game. We got a lot of rotation in here for this game. And of course, like I said in the last episode, Carabao Cup, not exactly a competition we are too worried about winning. But it looks like we're going to advance through. Bino Gittins gets a goal. And then Garnacho comes on in the 82nd minute, gets our second 2-0 win over Millwall in the Carabao Cup. We will be moving on in that competition. And just after that game, we have a transfer offer for Garnacho for the very first time. And it's Manchester United that are coming back in for him. It's looking like they're willing to spend upwards of 90 million for him. We would ask for well over 100 million probably to let him go. But as of right now, I don't want to let him go. So I'm going to let that offer just kind of fade away. We're going to stall on it. This is going to be the last game of the episode. Let me know if you guys want me to accept that offer for him to go back to Manchester United. It would be an insane move for him to go back to that team after a few years of being gone. But, If you guys want me to move him on, then we can, but I would like to keep him, so keep that in mind. Up next, a game against Spurs. This will be the last game of the episode. Spurs currently sitting in 5th place on 19 points. We are sitting in 11th place on 16 points. I mean, still only 3 points behind Spurs, but the draw in that last game really hurt us. And of course, facing Spurs, we will be going up against our former striker, Benjamin Sesko up top, Heung-min Son and Kulusevski out on the wings as well, Bernardo Silva in the midfield. I mean, this is going to be an absolutely terrifying matchup for us. But we, of course, are going to go with our best lineup, so let's go ahead and get into this game. And let's find a way to get 3 points, even though this game is away from home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We need this. Already not a great start. Kulusevski pushing forward into the box. Pedro Porro now on the edge of the box. Gonna go for a shot. Verbruggen, I think, got caught off guard by that. 5 minutes gone. Already an effort on goal for them. Oh, I thought we got gifted a free goal. They passed it right to us. Eze not able to finish that one. That could have been a gift of a goal for us. And now we are in a lot of trouble. Benjamin Sesko pushing forward. We're going to try to pull Verbruggen. Oh, we did the right thing. And our former striker doesn't score against us in the first 18 minutes of this game. Buonanotte on the edge of the box. Going for a shot right at Vicario. Momentarily dropped it, but deals with it eventually. Bernardo Silva holding off the ball in midfield. He is a very annoying player to play against. Kulusevski now on the edge of the box. Pedro Porro over here. Kirkes, we need to get a tackle in. Porro's going to keep that in, of course. Ndombele inside to Sesko. Verbruggen, another save. And we could be on a break as well. Eze down here to João Pedro. Buonanotte is going to make a run. We have to get a goal here. Buonanotte one-on-one with the keeper. And we score. Oh, thank God. Buonanotte, 38 minutes gone. First goal of the game. Buonanotte has definitely been a little shaky at times. Hasn't been a very, starter caliber player in this career mode or in this season so far, but does well there. Bernardo Silva. Oh, Sesko puts it over. The away fans for our team are going to be very happy about that one. Eze. Gonna look out here for João Pedro. An excellent pass. We're gonna let that defender run right by. Didn't like our angle for a shot there. But I do like that one. Garnacho right at Vicario. And he's able to make the save for the corner. They're going to take off Son after 64 minutes. Not sure what the move is there. Bringing on Solomon. I don't know if Son has tired legs or what, but Diamande, no goal yet again. João Pedro with an excellent pass over to Buonanotte. He finds Garnacho. Garnacho lets the defender run by and tries to slot it into that bottom corner, but just not a good effort. Buonanotte is going to find him. We're going to go back inside to João Pedro. He's going to go for a shot. Deflection is fine. 87 minutes gone. We're going to make a double sub, which is pretty much, the only thing we can do. All of our players are so tired. We're going to get on, Andy Diouf is going to be coming off for Carlos Baleba, and Mazilu is going to be coming on for Garnacho. Not exactly the most ideal replacements, but the only replacements we can really make. We're going to go ahead and swing this one in. Baleba actually going to be able to get to it, but not even close to the goal. And that goal kick goes all the way to our defense. Only 2 minutes at a time. We just need to hold on to it. I see some room out here to run. We're just going to hold it here then. And we're going to look. Oh, almost able to get it there. But the referee's going to blow his whistle. That's going to be full time. A 1-0 win here against Spurs at their stadium. So a very, very good result for us. And up next in the next episode, the very first game will be an Europa League game against Midtjylland. They're currently in second place. If we win this game, we will be through to the next round already, which is fantastic to see. We're going to go ahead and take a look back at the Premier League standings. And you will see that after 11 games now, we're back up in 7th place. So we moved up 4 spots with that win. We actually move above Spurs. We're level with Spurs, Manchester United, and Southampton on points, which is kind of crazy to see. But our goal difference leaves us at the top of that group. So things aren't looking too bad. We're only 4 points off of second place. I imagine West Ham's going to drop some points. I imagine Newcastle's going to drop some points. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, though, and Man City is going to be it's going to be tough riding on the back of them in the Premier League, but whatever. It was a successful episode, I would say. So to round off this episode, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I'm going to show you guys the squad stats, and that's going to be that. So if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Please leave a comment down below if you think we should go ahead and let Garnacho go. That offer from Manchester United is still there, so we could ask for well over 100 million, and if they pay it, then, you know, that could be that. But of course, we could also just keep him for the rest of the season. And I think keeping him as our cornerstone player would be very nice. As you can see, 6 goals through 13 games. Pretty solid start to the season for him. If he keeps up this goal scoring form, we will be very, very happy with those results. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.